In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use webhooks in Shopify. If you find this useful, consider subscribing and liking the video. First, you'll need a URL to receive the webhook payload. A quick and easy way to do this is with a temporary endpoint service, such as webhook.site. Open the site and copy the unique URL it provides. This URL will capture and display the data Shopify sends, so keep the browser tab open while you test. Using a temporary catcher like this is ideal for learning and debugging because you can instantly view headers, body, and timestamps without setting up a server. Next, switch to your Shopify admin to create the webhook. Go to Settings, then Notifications, and scroll to the Webhooks section. Click Create Webhook to begin configuring the connection. This is where Shopify lets you specify exactly what event should trigger an outgoing request. When you configure the webhook, choose the event you want Shopify to notify on. Common examples are order creation or product update. Pick the event that matches the workflow you're testing. For format, choose JSON, which is generally recommended because it's widely supported and easier to parse in most tools and development environments. Paste the unique URL you copied from webhook.site into the URL field, so Shopify knows where to send the payload. Make sure the Webhook API version field is set to the latest version available. Using the latest API version helps ensure the payload structure and available fields match current Shopify behavior, reducing surprises during testing. Once those fields are populated, click Save to create the webhook in your store. With the webhook saved, trigger the event you selected so you can observe the payload. For example, if you set the webhook to fire on order creation, create a test order in your store. After performing the action, return to the webhook.site browser tab and refresh or inspect the captured requests. You should see a request from Shopify containing the full payload body and accompanying headers. The payload will typically include details relevant to the event. For an order, expect customer and line item information. For a product update, expect the product object and its attributes. As you review the captured request, pay attention to content type and timestamp, and compare the payload to Shopify's documentation for that event to confirm all fields you need are present. If something doesn't look right, revisit your webhook settings in Shopify, confirm the URL is correct, and try the trigger again. That's all it takes to set up and test a webhook in Shopify using a temporary catcher. With this basic workflow, you can confidently capture real event payloads and develop integrations or automation based on them.